Never check your trades like this, or you'll never profit. Let me start with a statement that might sound completely wrong. Checking your trades too often is probably costing you more money than bad entries. Read that again. Not bad analysis, not bad strategy, not bad indicators. Checking your trades. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can looking at my trades make me lose money? Because most traders don't check their trades for information. They check their trades for emotional reassurance, and that changes everything. Let me be honest with you. Many traders are not actually trading the market, they're trading their emotions. The chart is just where it happens. And one of the biggest emotional traps in trading is constantly watching every tick, every candle, every tiny movement after entering a position. Here's what nobody tells you. The moment you enter a trade, your biggest enemy often isn't the market anymore. It's your reaction to the market. And the more you watch every movement, the stronger that reaction becomes. That's why today we're talking about one of the most expensive habits in trading, the habit of checking your trades the wrong way. Because if you don't fix this, you may never become consistently profitable. Not because your strategy doesn't work, but because your psychology won't let it. The first realization: you are looking for certainty. Most traders believe they're checking trades to stay informed, but that's rarely the real reason. The real reason is uncertainty. You want to know if you're right. You want proof. You want reassurance. You want the market to tell you that you're safe. The problem? The market doesn't offer certainty. It never has. It never will. So every time you refresh your chart, you're essentially asking a question that cannot be answered. Am I safe now? 5 minutes later, what about now? 10 minutes later, what about now? This creates anxiety because certainty never arrives. The profitable trader understands this. The struggling trader fights it. One accepts uncertainty. The other tries to eliminate it. And that battle becomes exhausting. A thought-provoking quote: "The need for certainty is often the reason traders cannot follow probabilities." Think about that. The very thing you're seeking may be destroying your edge. The second realization: every check creates a new emotional decision point. Here's something most traders never notice. Every time you check your trade, you create a new emotional decision point. Trade up $50, you feel excited. Trade down $30, you feel nervous. Trade back to break even, you feel frustrated. Trade slightly positive, you feel hopeful. Notice what's happening. Nothing has changed in your strategy, but your emotions are constantly changing, and emotions influence decisions. This is why traders close winners early. This is why traders move stop losses. This is why traders interfere with perfectly good trades. The chart becomes a trigger, not a tool. Imagine becoming the kind of trader who enters a trade and allows the trade to do its job. No panic, no obsession, no emotional roller coaster. That's where consistency begins. The third realization: you don't trust your plan. Let me be slightly confrontational here. If you constantly need to monitor your trade, you probably don't trust your plan. And if you felt this, you're not alone. Most traders trust their analysis before entering, then immediately lose confidence after entering. Think about how strange that is. Before entry, this setup is perfect. After entry, maybe I should close. Before entry, I know my stop loss. After entry, maybe I'll move it. Before entry, I know my target. After entry, maybe I should take profit now. Nothing changed except emotion. The market exposed a lack of trust, not a lack of strategy. The professional trader trusts the process. The amateur trader trusts feelings, and feelings change every 5 minutes. A story you might recognize. Let me tell you about a trader named James. James had a profitable strategy, at least on paper. Backtesting showed positive results. His journal showed positive results. Demo trading showed positive results. Yet he kept losing money. He couldn't understand why. One day he recorded himself during a trading session. What he discovered shocked him. After entering a trade, he checked his phone every few minutes, opened charts constantly, changed time frames repeatedly, watched profit and loss fluctuate, and every fluctuation influenced his thinking. He wasn't following his strategy, he was following his emotions. His strategy said hold, his emotions said exit. His strategy said wait, his emotions said panic. His strategy said trust, his emotions said control. The breakthrough came when he created a simple rule. After entry, he would only check the trade at specific times, nothing more. No random monitoring, no emotional surveillance. Within months, his results dramatically improved, not because he became better at analysis, because he became better at self-control. The fourth realization: watching profits makes you poor. This sounds strange, but it's true. Most traders become emotionally attached to unrealized profits. The moment they see green numbers, they start spending the money mentally. They imagine what they'll buy. They imagine the account growth. They imagine success. Then the market pulls back, and suddenly they feel like something was taken away. But nothing was taken away because it wasn't theirs yet. This emotional attachment creates fear. Fear creates poor decisions. Poor decisions destroy consistency. The professional trader sees floating profit as information. The amateur sees it as ownership. Massive difference. The fifth realization: your job is not to watch. This is where it changes. Your job as a trader is not to watch trades. Your job is to execute trades. There's a difference. Execution happens before entry. Risk management happens before entry. Planning happens before entry. Most of the important decisions should already be made. Once the trade is active, the work is largely done. Yet many traders reverse this process. They spend little time planning and endless time worrying. Imagine becoming the kind of trader who plans carefully, executes confidently, accepts risk completely, allows probabilities to unfold. Imagine how much mental energy that would save. Imagine how much clearer your thinking could become. Imagine how different your results could be. Here's the deeper lesson. Profitable traders don't think differently because they make money. They make money because they think differently. They understand something most people never learn. Control is an illusion. You cannot control the market. You cannot control outcomes. You cannot control individual trades. You can only control yourself, your preparation, your risk, your execution, your discipline. That's it. And strangely enough, that's enough. Because profitability isn't created by controlling the market. It's created by controlling your behavior. So, a challenge for you. For the next week, try this. After entering a trade, decide exactly when you'll check it. Maybe once every hour. Maybe only at candle close. Maybe not until an alert triggers. Then stick to it. Notice what happens. Notice the anxiety. Notice the urges. Notice how often your mind wants reassurance. Because that's the real battle. Not the market. You. And if you're willing to try this challenge, comment, "I trust the plan." Final thought. Let me leave you with this. Most traders think profitability comes from finding better setups, but often it comes from interfering less, less fear, less monitoring, less second-guessing, less emotional decision-making. Because every time you unnecessarily check a trade, you give your emotions another opportunity to sabotage your process. And the market doesn't reward emotional involvement, it rewards disciplined execution. So, the next time you're tempted to stare at every candle, ask yourself, am I gathering information or am I seeking comfort? That question alone could change your trading career. And if this video challenged the way you think about trading, subscribe. Not because you need another trading channel, but because becoming profitable requires constant reminders of truths that emotions make us forget. This channel isn't about finding magical entries, it's about becoming the type of trader who can actually execute them, and that transformation is where the real money is made. Because the traders who win aren't necessarily the smartest, they're the ones who finally learn when to stop interfering.